Hi there, welcome back to my channel, Naturally Fit. And it's really good to see you again, my friend. And as I say, I hope you've been keeping well. Just before I came into my wee gym there, I was watching a YouTube channel, a video, and it was a 94-year-old lady, and she'd taken up, powerlifting. And I just thought it was absolutely brilliant, and it just goes to show you that age is really only a number. But it was a fantastic story, and it was about her life and about her husband, and it just actually brought a tear to my eye. But most of all, it actually inspired me to get up again off the sofa and to come in and to get into my wee gym and to do a bit of training, As I say, it's a busy time with the holiday season, and as I say, I hope you've got out there and you've got your turkey and all your different groceries and things like that, and you're well settled for Christmas. But I'm going to just do a wee bit of squatting tonight and just see how it goes. I just want to work, as I say, the quadriceps there. But again, as I say, a compound movement is an overall sort of movement. So not only for the quadriceps, but for the whole stabilization and also the core as well. And again, as I say, the whole body really comes into play with this, particular sort of movement. And it's a great exercise there if you're wanting to, put on, as I say, a little bit of muscle. And often people just think the squat is just for the legs only, but it actually helps to kickstart the whole body into growth as well. So we'll just see how it goes. Just a wee set of 15 reps there. But as I say, it's just good even to get in and just do something there, to sort of stimulate the mind and the body as well. That was just a set of 10 with about 70 kilos on the bar. But then that, the weight in itself doesn't necessarily count. As I say, if you're just getting up and you're getting out to the gym or getting into your own homey gym, at least it's productive, it's not counterproductive, and you're doing some form of exercising. You're keeping your body and mind stimulated, and you're promoting that growth. And naturally, as we get a little bit older, the sarcopenia can set in, and we can actually start to lose that muscle mass. But again, it's really, I suppose, in a sense, we've got our own free will there, and we've got to think, what is it I want to achieve with my life? And even though you get older, you want to stay fit. That was 100 kilos there, and it really didn't feel that heavy. I probably only done the 5 repetitions, but again, as I said, I could probably have done a little bit more and pushed it more. But throughout my life, I've actually worked in social care, and especially with the elderly as well. And as I mentioned earlier on, that as we get older, we start to lose our muscle. So it's important to pay attention if you want to retain that muscle. And it's really, it's being aware of your intake of protein as well. And it's recommended that you should take at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight to keep that muscle. Just 100 kilos there on the bar, but at the same time just having a bit of a fun sort of workout. And just, as I say, it's just good to get into the wee gym and at least still being productive. Just over 308 pounds. It felt all right, as I say, when you get that little bit sort of older, you just have to be more careful. And as I say, I'm surprised myself that I'm able to lift, over 300 pounds, in the deadlift. And saying that, back in the younger days, I was even just a young boy. I can remember actually bench pressing over 300 pounds and deadlifting nearly 500 pounds. But it could be a goal, you know, something to really sort of contemplate on, something to think about, and maybe a bit of a challenge, especially, you know, as I say, coming up to my birthday, you know. I'm going to be on another, well, the 23rd of December, I'm going to be 67. So, as I say, it's good, and it is a blessing to be at my age, to still be, you know, fit, and, you know, still to be strong. And as I say, that's a down payment. You know, it's like saving in a bank, isn't it, really? You know, you're hopefully someday you'll get that interest back again. And, you know, down through the years, I've really just kept up my training. Maybe not as heavy as what I used to, but that was a pleasant surprise. And, you know, as I say, watching the video earlier on with the wee lady there, and she was 95, and bless her wee cotton socks, you know, she actually, as I say, she wanted to do that 100 pounds, and eventually she did achieve that in the powerlifting. So no matter really what age you are, you know, you can be an inspiration to other people. So hopefully I'll get another few more training sessions in, you know, before Christmas. I'm just really sort of resting, maybe an excuse, just doing a wee bit of squatting in the deadlifts there, just to let my shoulder sort of ease up a little bit, you know, the rotator cuff there. But I'll be doing a few sort of exercises and things for that, you know, to help to ease that. But I'm feeling pretty good, you know, and strong. And as I say, I've kind of got back to, you know, normal sort of eating again, and I've had a couple of big dinners in me today, so maybe that's given me the energy instead of just being on the low carbohydrate diet. But anyway, it's good to see you, my friends, and thank you for all the new subscribers. And the last time I'd said, you know, the subscribers that have stuck along with me, and that has gradually increased, and I'm up to 74 subscribers now, and I'm really over the moon. And as I say, if I can be an inspiration to you, and you can be an inspiration to me, because, you know, as I say, throughout the whole world, you know, in different corners of the world, there's people like myself, people like yourselves that are training away in the corners, in gardens, in garden sheds, and, you know, all different types of setups. And it's actually warmed my heart just to see people of all different ages, you know, and they're all sort of training together. And we have this, like, a brotherhood in common, and a goal in common is to live, you know, the healthiest life possible, you know. And as I say, we can achieve those short-term goals, the medium, but also the long-term goals. Now we're looking towards longevity, and we're trying to live a long and healthy life. So until I see you again,